I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me. To find a home deep in my soul, I must know the world as a whole.
Hello, I am Carol Coburn, and this is Creative's Cornerstone. I am so happy that you are here joining me in this iconic Studio One at Public Access Television. Today, our guest is extraordinaire, just awesome. Words fail me, Miss Shawnee Kilgore.
Thank you so much.
I have been really anxious to see you again.
Yeah.
I really wish that life opened up a little bit more so I could come to all your things, because you are playing everywhere, just everywhere.
Trying to get out there, yeah.
Trying to do this thing, right?
Trying to do this thing, yeah.
So today we are going to do something a little bit different, where we are going to do my old kind of set, like at Friday Night with Care, where we just would chat and then she'd sing. And then I'd chat some more with Shawnee, and then she'll sing.
Yep.
So we're not going to be doing two separate segments today. It is all rolled into one. Yay, you.
Yay. Let's
Yes.
spend as much time with you as possible. So
I love it. I love the fact that you're here. I actually kind of double booked this day a while back. And then my right arm, Jasmine, who is now got somebody vying for that spot. She was going to be off today, so we had to reschedule Nothing Special to next month. And then Miss Shawnee pops up. She said, "Hey, are we still doing?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes." Richard's like, "Absolutely, we're down." I'm like, "All right,
Awesome.
let's do this thing." And yeah, thank you, Mr. Richard Watson from
yeah.
Richard Watson Music.
Oh, yeah.
You are killing it behind these cameras and behind this sound. Thank you so much. Shawnee. So Austinite,
since 2010,
2010, and where did you roll into town from?
I came in from the Bellingham, Washington area. So
Wow,
right up by the Canadian border.
awesome. So
Yeah.
about how long have you been here? You said,
So 2010, she's
So
going to make me do
2010, so
math
about
on
14
camera.
years?
Yes.
okay, well, you know, if it's basic math, I can do it. That's
Right.
all,
If
you
it's
know.
algebra, I can do it, but the basic stuff, no.
Well, you have certainly ingrained yourself into the Austin culture and society and become one.
I've been very welcomed, so yeah.
Well, you know, that's one thing. Austin does have a lot of creatives and an amazing support system. So
Yeah.
tell us about the music that you perform.
The music I perform, I guess I call it folk Americana, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I like to finger pick. I like to.
I just went somewhere with that comment. Sorry.
What?
To finger pick. I'm like, sorry.
Oh, yeah, she saw me
meant it in
doing
a
that.
different-
She saw me
a
doing
different
that before
connotation.
that.
No, that did not. It was not about you picking anything with your finger. It was just where my
Yes.
mind went.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah, I like to sing about feelings. I like a little touch of poeticism. I like to throw in some lyrics that maybe you don't know exactly what they mean, but they're thought-provoking and they sound good. They sound like I know what I'm talking
very
about.
much so. They're very deep.
Yeah, so it's a pretty intimate experience with me, I would say.
Absolutely. And you're, like you said, I mean, your music, your songs have many layers, and you can take it topically, or you can take it and start peeling those layers. And I'll tell you, we were just talking before we began about my favorite Shawnee song, and it's an oldie but a goodie. I mean, how long ago did you write that and put that out?
Well, it was recorded in 2016. That was one of the ones I wrote with Joss Whedon. So he wrote all the words to that song, and then I wrote the music.
Oh,
for
it is so beautiful. We are talking about Three-Legged Dog.
Yeah.
Three-Legged Dog. And Shawnee has promised me that she is actually, it wasn't on her set list today, but she's going to play that for me.
Yep, for sure.
So excited.
Yeah.
So Josh, he wrote those lyrics.
He wrote the lyrics, yeah. So we did a 6-song EP together, and most of the songs were he would write a set of lyrics and send them to me, and I put music to it.
Awesome. Now, do you do that with many artists?
I have done quite a fair bit of co-writing. That particular strategy, that's not the right word.
Arrangement?
Yes, yes. That's not really the usual, but that's just sort of how it worked for us. But yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's always a little bit different with a co-write, how it's going to come about.
How many EPs do you have out?
Well, I have, let's see, 2 EPs and 4 full-length albums, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, you are playing everywhere. And you do some house concert-ish kinds of gigs.
Whenever possible. Yeah.
I am such a fan of that kind of
sure.
performance. It's
Yeah.
so intimate and so just listening room.
It's the best for everyone. It's the best for the artist. It's the best for the hosts, for the audience. It's such a simple thing that is so brilliant.
Yeah, really, truly. I mean, I believe that is like the future of indie artists. I mean, it isn't happening like it used to, and now people are opening their homes. If you're not familiar with what a house concert is, people either open their homes or there are venues that actually are like listening rooms, and the artist comes in and people buy the tickets and they are there for the performance. They are not there for the dinner. They're not there for the get-togethers.
Sometimes they're there for the dinner. It's really good.
Yes, but in that environment, you're not competing with the kitchen noise.
Yes, for sure.
And when the music starts, the listening begins. So, and the interaction, and you're right there. You're accessible, and it's very relaxed and comfortable. At least it is for the audience. I don't know how
It is.
how you
No, it's
feel
wonderful.
as
It's
a
wonderful.
performer, but it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So now we teased everybody a little bit about you and what kind of music and my favorite song.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you would sing it for us.
I think all the pieces are just lining up for this
I
to
feel like it's
happen.
a good segue. I think
Yes.
it's good to just dive in. So everybody, Shawnee Kilgore and Three-Legged Dog.
Three-legged dog. Thank you, Carol. Every step is labored, every sprint's a jog. Still I say that fortune favors that three-legged dog. Leaning on one forepaw with 2 firm feet behind, got himself a sense of balance that most folk never find. Had to fall a few times when it first was gone. He got up and he got up, and man, he's walking on. He ain't fast, but he ain't frail. He don't waste his days chasing his tail. He's walking on. Barking at the weather and hopping out to beg, doesn't spend a single moment asking where'd they put my leg. All the fields
We live beyond our losses. We count more than our faults. If you've got 3 when they've got 4, if you've got less when they've got more, if you've got 3 when they've got 4, everything's a waltz.
Thank you.
That song takes you places.
Thanks.
Oh, we're going to take just a minute and enjoy that space. And we're going to give you a couple of music videos. So sit tight, and we will be right back with Shawnee Kilgore right after these.
Let's make a deal before we start. We'll each have 2 and cut each other off. There are no safe words when it gets hard. We've been playing safe for long enough. I hear you well, I know you like the sound. I guess it sorta suits your countenance. I like the north, I like to feel cold. Something in the wind I can lean against. A dream without wings, a silent spring. I knew you were there, but I could not see. Blinded by shame, I carried a flame deep in my heart till I knew your name. Turn up the music and let me feel your heart. We move together, the swirling dance of stars. The Venus to your Mars. I'm so inspired by you and all the heights you take me to. Can't quit my desire for you, even after the hard times we've been through.
Hey, welcome back. I know you enjoyed it. I know I did. Did you enjoy that, Shawnee?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Here at Creatives Cornerstone, we like all things creative, and especially we love featuring all of the hard work that goes into those music videos. Some of our favorites, well, I don't want to mention favorites because I love them all. So we are in the studio with Shawnee Kilgore today, who is sharing her gift of music, lyrics, and song. Thank you, Shawnee.
Thank you.
We just listened to Three-Legged Dog, which is my favorite. Just all things. It just rings all the bells for me. Just love it. And that was a collab again between you and?
Joss Whedon.
Yes, very cool. All right, so now tell me about all the things. I know most artists can't exist just with their music because there's so, and I see you all the time doing so many things, but predominantly painting.
I do house painting, yes.
House painting.
Yep.
Do you sing while you paint? I mean, is it like a twofer? Like if you hire you to paint, will you give a song too?
We haven't quite gotten there yet. No, I do sing, but usually it's along to my punk music that I like to listen to while I paint. So
That was going to be one of my questions. What kind of music do you jam to?
oh,
Punk?
Yeah, ever since I was a teenager, so a lot of the I guess probably skater punk is probably like, I like melody, but I also like angst. So that's some of it's too angsty, not melodic enough. Some of it's too poppy, not angsty enough. So yeah, Offspring is a great example, Alkaline Trio.
Very cool.
Yeah, Rancid.
So what do you draw inspiration from?
I was going to say everything. That's not true, but I do try to listen all the time. I actually do like a lot of quiet. I often work in silence. I often drive in silence, just sort of constantly sort of giving space for, if the muse wants to give me something, I want to be ready for it. But a lot of what I write about is personal experience. I'm very, very honest, very open with what I write about, and it's a lot of how I process emotions. So yeah.
So the chicken or the egg? What comes first for you, music or lyric?
Well, it depends. I would say when I'm in like a prompt group, which I actually am right now, I get to give out the prompts, which is pretty fun. If I have a phrase, like with syllables and a sort of structure to it, that will maybe build a melody that the song comes around. But if I'm just sitting down with just an idea or a song that I'm hoping to write, a lot of times it is a melody first, which it's getting tricky. I don't know that many chords on the guitar, so it's kind of hard to I wonder what'll happen if I hit this chord. It's like I know exactly what will happen, but a good trick for me is sometimes I'll try and play a song of mine that I don't know very well, and often I'll mess it up and I'll play it wrong, and I'll get something out of that from trying to play something right, and it'll be wrong.
That is fascinating. Can you tell me, do you do a lot of touring or is it local scene?
I don't really tour much anymore. I don't know. I mean, as we know, the pandemic just sort of threw everything into uncertainty. So it's a lot more just local stuff right now, and I feel really lucky that people still ask me to come and do things musically, because I'm not out trying to book and to do it, and I'm so lucky that I get to continue.
Well,
playing.
You're very memorable, and your sound is so distinctive
Thank
and
you.
so hauntingly beautiful.
Thank you.
That I'm sure people are calling for your skill and your talent, but I also know that booking a tour is a great deal of effort and money and time spent trying to coordinate everything.
Yeah, and time, I'm a homebody. I really am. I'm a massive introvert. I'm a homebody. I love my cat so much. So it's just always, it's always hard to leave home. So.
You touched on the pandemic. Can I ask you, how did you spend your time during that unbelievable reboot?
It was pretty remarkable, actually. I potted up with Jana Pokop. So she had Trailer Swift, and I had my house. And
I remember that.
we watched a lot of movies. We drank a lot of bourbon. We played music, did live streams, took walks. Yes. It was
Time spent with your bestie.
Pandemic was very kind to us.
Trailer Swift.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Ms. Pokop is a massive Taylor Swiftie fan. Swiftie,
yeah, yep.
Swiftie. And so apparently her trailer was called Trailer Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah. Yeah.
That's adorable. That was
It's
parked
great.
at your place, right?
Not at my place, no.
Oh,
no.
okay. Oh, I thought the proximity was there because y'all were.
No, we had to drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they gave you an outing.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you do much music writing and stuff during that time, or mostly just played together and?
Yeah, once we just played together. Yeah, I think we did a little collaborating, during that time. I personally, I know a lot of people during the pandemic were like, I just can't write. And that didn't really happen to me. I maybe slowed down a little bit, but, it was kind of songwriting business as usual.
I think a lot of people use that reset, reboot time to get better at maybe some things that they had wanted to.
Sure,
a lot
yeah.
of behind the scenes production began happening.
Yeah.
A lot of learning how to work the software and doing live streams and doing home concerts and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
that it really, it's kind of a standing joke that I'm sure that the people, there's a group of people that suffer from a condition where they can't leave their home. And they live with that 24/7, 365 days out of the year. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Agoraphobia or something else?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
It sounds so much like the spider issue that I struggle with remembering that term. But, they were like living large because all of a sudden the world
Right.
was delivered
Came to them, yeah.
to them. And that was awesome. And I'm happy to see that we have a lot more live streaming going on now since the pandemic. Even people that are doing gigs, they will also live stream, or they're even doing record releases, including live streams and selling tickets to that event. And I love that option has come out of the pandemic, because there are a lot of us that simply, for one reason or another, simply cannot go the distance to where the performing is happening.
Yeah.
For a myriad of reasons. And I love being able to see my favorites still perform, even though
Yeah.
I cannot physically get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you spent time with your bestie and just slowed down, enjoyed life.
Yeah.
And when did this painting, now do you own the painting business that you do?
So I do my own contract work.
Okay.
I also work with the Handy Band Collective.
Handy Band
Handy
Collective.
Band Collective, yep, which was started by True Lawton during the pandemic when he was out of work as an event coordinator.
Right.
And he had all these handy skills and knew that a lot of his musician friends did as well. So
That's a trip.
it's great, yeah. So he started this up. I do a lot of work through them. I was staining a deck with
What
them
an
yesterday.
awesome concept. I would
Yeah.
love to talk with him
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
I mean, that is amazing. What an excellent way to provide work and hours, in
Yeah.
addition to.
It's
And
pretty fantastic. And just think of our client base. They already want to support musicians.
Yes.
Any house I show up at, they
It's
already
brilliant.
love us. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And what is
So.
that called again?
The Handy Band is
Handy Band.
all one word collective. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll get some information from
Okay.
you after the show.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
So you are all over. Have I seen you listed to play at Cactus Cafe too?
I was there recently with Vanessa Lively and
Yes.
Mike Meadows, Eric Betancourt, V. Sterling,
Wow.
Scott Strickland, Allie Holder. I know I'm going to forget some people, but it was she has I believe a monthly residency there. And
Wow,
she brings
that
a bunch
sounds
of
like an
friends in and
amazing, yeah.
So wonderful, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went, I don't know if it was for Abe Partridge or if it was for the Wheelwrights, Anna Larson and the Wheelwrights, but
Both fantastic
oh,
options.
yeah. Well,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of Austin. Oh my gosh, right? And the beauty of Dave Pruitt's Capsize TV. He
Yes.
features the amazing array of talent.
Yes.
And of course, he's married to the beautiful Renee Woodward.
Yes.
And thoughts and prayers are out for Dave right now, who just underwent another procedure. And we wish him well. So give us a song, Shawnee.
A song.
Give us
I would
a
love
song.
to. I would love to. I would say this is one of my favorite songs right now. Is one that Jana and I wrote together.
Yay!
She was talking about wanting to write a dinosaur love song, and I was
Sounds about right.
Yes, I immediately was like, I gotta get in on that. So just seconds later, I was spitting out any rhymes I could think of, just to make sure that I would be included in this co-write. But we went out to Terlingua. We played out at the Starlight and wrote this dinosaur love song.
Wow.
Out in the Terlingua desert. It's called Tailspin, parentheses, Two Lucky Dinosaurs.
My heart was broken like a continent, quiet for a million years. I should have wondered what the silence meant. Now I'm just standing here. I never thought there could be time well spent in letting the ashes clear. I always kept you at a short arm's length, but that means you're right here. I always wanted to give you the stars, and this one is coming right for us. Caught in a tailspin, we fade in the dark, just two lucky dinosaurs. Silhouetted in the indigo, we ring in the holy year. Hearts erupting in a fearsome flow of ash and Cretaceous tears. I always wanted to give you the stars, and this one is coming right for us. Caught in a tailspin, we fade in the dark, just two lucky dinosaurs. Just two lucky dinosaurs. If we sink under the ground, maybe one day we'll be found. I always wanted to give you the stars, and this one is coming right for us. Caught in a tailspin, we fade in the dark, just like the ones before us. Just two lucky dinosaurs. Just two lucky dinosaurs. If the end of the world is an accident, I'd still wanna hold you here. We'll trace our names into the sediment and breathe till we disappear.
That was awesome. You both are brilliant.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously.
She's really brilliant.
Both of you, though, are so brilliant. Yeah, she's taken it up a few notches with her education and her skill levels and her behind the scenes and stuff. But when you take both of your skill sets and put them together, it's extraordinary.
Thank you.
It's like the Big Bang.
Aw. Everybody loves dinosaurs. That's what I love about that song. People
Right?
love it. People I just wouldn't expect will come up and say, "Oh my God, that was my favorite song."
I mean, seriously, that is so awesome. Wow. Have you collaborated with many of your songs with Jonna?
We've done, so she put one of our co-writes called The Hard Part on her last, penultimate record, I guess, The Astronaut that came out. That's on there. And we've done a handful of others. We've probably written maybe half dozen.
I know you guys have done a lot of shows together as well.
We have, yes.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Well, we will be right back in the studio with Shawnee Kilgore after these videos.
How many times do I need to fix myself? Learn another trick from my better half. She knows that I try to look at things in a different light, and yet I don't ever seem to do it right. I know that I drink too much and I eat too much. Everybody says I don't sleep enough, and yet I don't ever get to see the sunlight in the morning. Right now I don't need the money, it's all in the game. Yes, I could have a job, but it's not the same. And boy, I'm trying, but nothing's ever good enough. So come on, sweet Mary Jane, crawl into my head and relieve the pain. My cigarettes don't taste as good as you. Sweet, sweet Mary Jane, I'm gonna make it big someday. I'll wake up with my pockets full of gold. I make up the rules as I move, as I do my thing. Surprise, surprise, what the evening brings you.
See the world with a wanderlust as we lie beneath the stars. Broken arrows dancing in the dark. It's innocent and adventurous. Venus takes the hand of Mars, inviting lips on the benefits of friendship caught on fire. I've been feeling stronger, baby. I've been feeling it. Hold on, hold on. I've been feeling stronger, yeah. Today, 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 today. I've been feeling stronger than ever. I've been feeling it. Hold on, hold on. I've been feeling stronger, yeah. Today, 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 today. The moon is out, some blood around as we walk along the shore. Tempting waves rolling in and out once more. So let's sneak a kiss and skinny dip. The nights are long, the days are short, but waking next to you is my favorite part.
I hope you enjoyed those videos. We are sitting in the studio here with Shawnee Kilgore, who has been entertaining us with her tales, her music, and her beautiful spirit. Right here in Studio One at Public Access. Shawnee, it is always such a complete joy to be in your presence and enjoy your music and your company. And I'm so glad that you're
Same.
gracing us today with all of this.
It's a pleasure.
Can you, because I really want to give our listeners and our viewers more of you.
Yep.
A little less of this and a little bit more of that. Would you please give us a
Yep.
few songs here
Yep, let's do
as
it.
our clock is running down?
Let's do it. Yep. The clock is always running down.
It is always
Yeah.
running.
Yes, I wanted to play my newest single. It came out this year, and it's called Moon Song, and it was kind of a pandemic collaboration. I wrote the song, and I sent it off to the producer of my last record, Zachariah Hickman, on the East Coast in the Boston area, and he had some musicians around there just put some beautiful instrumentation and harmonies, and it was just kind of this lovely group effort. And then the song came back to me, and I
Wow.
just loved it. Very special song.
And what's the
for
name
me.
of it?
Moon Song.
Moon Song.
Yes.
We'll remember.
The moon is a crescent, the curve of a sail, the last cup of milk as it's poured from the pail, the half parenthetical swish of a tail. The moon is a quarter, the glass is half light, she's turned on a lamp and she's fixing to write, but she leaves space to keep all her secrets from sight. Let's go to the moon, where I can just love you. Let's go to the moon, where we can just be. And let's go to the moon, 'cause she's thinking of you, thinking of me. The moon is an apple cut straight through the core. She's full and she's milky, a spill on the floor. She's circular breathing, she's pulling ashore. The moon is a quarter, the glass is half dark, while it's bathed in the high beams of a neighboring star. The world ain't so big, the moon ain't so far. Let's go to the moon, where you can just love me. Let's go to the moon, what else can we do? And let's go to the moon, 'cause she's thinking of me, thinking of you. Is a sliver, a nautical mile round the rim of the coffee cup, hid by your smile, the sparkle of eyes when we let them run wild. The moon is invisible, no one can see. There are nights when I think that it's no one but me, or maybe she did it and finally broke free. Let's go to the moon, where she can just love us. Let's go to the moon, she won't care who we were. Let's go to the moon, 'cause she's thinking of us, thinking of her. Let's go to the moon, where I can just love you. Let's go to the moon.
So this next song is called At the Water's Edge, and I wrote this song when I was having writer's block, which is a very very rare thing for me. I wrote a song a week for 7.5 years straight. So when it was time to write, it was just time to write. And so anytime that I feel actual writer's block is a bit of a panic moment. So I reached out to Facebook, and people had all sorts of ideas. They were very concerned for me.
I hate to jump into your set
Yeah.
because I know that you're playing,
Yeah,
but you
it's
brought
okay.
up a very valid, very real situation. And how do you deal with your writer's block?
I just force it.
You just force it.
Force
and it
it out.
works. It works.
Yep.
Wow. Do you belong to any kind of song prompts or anything?
I do
Groups?
actually. I started a song prompt group through the House of Songs. So we have an email list through the House of Songs members where I send out a prompt every week.
Very nice.
So
Very
I'm
good.
mainly doing it for myself. I need the accountability for sure.
Awesome. Well, I
Yep.
didn't mean to interrupt your set.
Not at all.
But,
Not at
you know,
all.
it's such a real and valid thing
Yeah.
that, you know, it's
Yep.
great that you're strong enough to just push yourself through it instead of succumbing to, you know, because when you can't produce.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be good. I think that's the thing. I think writers get caught
Yeah.
up in like, I can't write unless this is going to be something that's going to go on a
Right.
record or like
Yes.
thousands of people are going to hear. It's like, no, you know chords, you know, you can do this. Like get
Exactly.
just something out and don't worry what it's going to be, you know?
One of Manzi Lowry, I don't know if you're familiar with him,
I
but
don't.
Manzi Lowry, one of the songs that he's done that's one of my favorites is Penny on the Ground. And it was written as a song
Perfect.
prompt, and it was literally a penny off the ground. And he
Perfect.
wrote this entire story
Yeah.
to music
Yeah.
about where that penny's been and where it's
Yeah.
going.
Three-legged dog. He saw
Right.
a three-legged
Yes.
dog and wrote about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, please, by all
Not
means,
at all. Not at all.
continue.
Yes. So this is At the Water's Edge. This is off of my last record, Beginning at the Wilderness.
I broke the silence and I broke the dawn. It's just the wrong side of the rider that you woke upon. I will be coming back, I will be coming strong. I held the pages and I held the pen. I held the broken heart that couldn't seem to bleed again. I'm coming empty, but I'm coming in. I've been drinking at the water's edge, prayed for thunder in the watershed, dreamed a bridge across the riverbed. When it dried, I bled. I pray for music and I pray for words. I pray for anything but silence in the mouths of birds. It's more than I expect, it's more than I deserve. Maybe I have taken more than mine. Maybe I'm here taking shots of someone else's wine. My breath is coming back, gasping line by line. I've been drinking at the water's edge, prayed for thunder in the watershed, dreamed a bridge across the riverbed. When it dried, I bled. Ooh, I've been drinking at the water's edge, prayed for thunder in the watershed, dreamed a bridge across the riverbed. When it dried, I bled.
Wow.
Thanks.
You know, do you ever have those moments that you just really submerge yourself in the moment and just feel, just nothing but feel? And that song just took me on a journey that I was able to sit here and embrace in the space with these lights and with these cameras and with you sitting beside me playing such a beautiful, beautiful song.
Thank you.
I know time is running low. I know that we're short on time, but can you give a couple more?
Do
Just
a couple more. I got them for
Oh,
sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I want to play. This is another one of your favorites, so I want to get that in here. This one's called "Big Giant Me," and this is another. This is the first song that Joss and I wrote together. And he sent me these lyrics, and I was very nervous. I'm like, what if I don't like them? And I did. We were both very relieved about that. So he sent me these lyrics, and I sent this song back to him the next day. And then we put it out. So
Excellent.
yeah.
What if I wake up tomorrow bigger than my bed? What if I try standing and I crack the ceiling with my head? What if I come over and you open your front door? Find me looking in your bedroom window on the second floor. Would you laugh? Would you scream and pray it was a dream? Or could you be glad to see big giant me? Supposing I keep growing till I don't fit on my lawn. Move on up the mountainside with only rocks for sleeping on. Would you build me a bed or stay in yours instead? Could you be glad to see big giant me? I know you like your peace and quiet. I know pride goes before a fall. I know the villagers might riot, but I might try it after all. I might wake up much too tall. Well, I could get chased out of town 'cause everyone's afraid. But I think that I'd be gentle, and I know I'd help the tourist trade. So think about it. I'm not saying I won't stay this size. I just know a thing keeps growing up, or else it up and dies. And I think maybe you could be a giant too. Ooh. And you'd be glad to see how we'd live enormously. You would be glad to see big giant me.
I love that, whimsical.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a sweet one to play. Okay, I wanted to end on this song. It's called Abraham, and I've got, you asked about the kind of music that I play, and the kind that I like, there's a spectrum for me, and the spectrum where I'm far more comfortable is like crazy finger picking and all these poetic words and sort of like confusing, convoluted sort of stuff. I feel safe there. I feel very unsafe on the very simple 2-chord strum, simple lyrics. I'm afraid that there's nothing there to hide behind, I guess. So this is a very simple song that I threw away into the literal and metaphorical trash, and ended up finding its way out of the trash and
awesome.
onto, it ended up on Ruthie Foster's record, Joy Comes Back, in 2017. So who am I to say what is garbage? Because her recording is absolutely gorgeous, and I think this is a good message. It's a quote by Abraham Lincoln. Supposedly the internet says so.
Can't be wrong.
When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. So that's the chorus of the song and kind of the message of it. And I think it's a good way to go. So.
I was raised in Illinois, life in the north made me a poor boy, and I grew up and when I did, they made me king, tied at the end of 1,000 strings, and I grew up when I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. There was a war, I made it so, to fight for freedoms that everyone should know. And I grew up and I was hated by many men. They couldn't see it, but I fought for them, and I grew up. Yeah, I grew up. When I wanna go back home, I close my eyes to feel the sun. When I wanna stop and rest, I know I'm not the only one. There was a man, thought I should die. Could say I blame him, but I never lie. When I do good,
Wow. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
And very simple,
So simple.
and that simplicity for such a complex man, that was just really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I am from Illinois. I felt his angst
Yeah.
through your words.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Shawnee, it has been such a complete pleasure having you in the
Absolutely.
studio today.
Thank you.
And I hope I'm not redundant in saying that, because you've entertained us beyond, and it's been a beautiful thing. Can you please share with our viewers where they can know more about you, where they can find out where you're going to be? Do you have a website they can go
I
to?
do have a website, yes, and I have a unique name, which is great, so you can find me on all of the platforms. But yes, it is www.shawneekilgore.com. And
Let's spell Shawnee for those that don't
yes, SHAWNEEKILGORE.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool.
And I've got moon photos up on Instagram you can find. I've got other photography
Oh,
stuff.
yes, that's right. We didn't even touch on the fact that you
That's
have
okay,
such
yeah.
an amazing hobby of photography.
It's fun. Yeah,
It's
it's fun.
stunning, yes.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm places I don't want to be. you can find me.
Places she doesn't want to be.
Every
All
time I
right.
Google myself, I find something awful.
Stop Googling yourself.
I know.
Stop Googling yourself.
I know.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
necessary for the job sometimes.
Yeah, wow. Well, y'all, I hope you will come back again and visit us. After the original air date on this, you will be up on our creativescornerstone.com.
It's awesome. You're doing
And,
such amazing work here. I just want to say thank you and acknowledge you for
Well, thank you
everything
for
you
that.
do
Oh
for
my
the
gosh.
community. Yes.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
We have got amazing crew here, and we are passionate about giving a stage to all this creativity that we've got right here, and where people have right there at home, just go out and explore and see it and feel it, and
Such a gift. Thank you.
tune in next week. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
We hope your new realtor plays drums in a band. We hope your new dentist is its front man. We hope live music always makes you proud. Just don't call the cops if you think it's too loud. South by South by South by Southwest. We hope you'll like it so much you'll move here just like the rest of us non-native Texans.